Smart English Podcast.
Okay, quick quiz, no cheating. Tell me, step by step, what happens in the first hour after you wake up? Not the version you'd post online, the real version. Go.
The real version? Alarm goes off, I hit snooze 3 times, I check my phone in bed for about 20 minutes, emails, news, other people's lives. Then I get up, make coffee, stare at the wall for a bit, and spend the morning feeling like I'm already behind. At breakfast, I've already lost the day, and I haven't even done anything yet.
Stare at the wall for a bit. That's the part nobody posts. So what time does this beautiful routine start?
7:30 if I'm lucky, sometimes 8. My alarm and I have a very complicated relationship. It's not that I don't want to get up, it's that the bed is warm and the world is not.
And here's the thing. You told me that whole story, and I noticed something. Your morning is not a morning. It's a reaction. You're not starting your day. You're responding to it. The phone tells you what to worry about, and you obey.
Ouch. A reaction, not a morning. That's uncomfortably accurate. And I think a lot of people would recognize it. The phone, the scroll, the feeling of starting behind. So what's your morning then? Are you one of those sunrise people who run before breakfast and glow?
I'll show you mine if you promise to keep listening, because this is exactly the conversation we should be having. But first, let's welcome everyone properly.
Deal. Lead the way.
And hey, English learners, welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. If you've just joined us, you've watched Jake describe a morning that's mostly snooze buttons and phone scrolling, and I called it a reaction, not a morning. I'm Emma, and this is Jake, professional snoozer. And that's our topic today, winning the morning. So, Jake, before we get into the advice, tell me honestly, do you actually want to change your mornings?
Yes and no. I want the result, the calm, organized, productive day. I just don't want to do the work of getting up earlier to get it. I want the medal without the training, which I'm learning is not how medals work.
And that's the honest tension, isn't it? Everyone wants the result, nobody wants the alarm change. So let's talk about why mornings actually matter, because I think it's not what people expect.
Go on. Sell me on mornings.
The morning sets the tone, the general feeling, for the whole day. A chaotic morning doesn't just end, it follows you. You carry the chaos into work, into conversations, into your evening. But a calm morning, you carry that calm too. The first hour writes the script for the next 16.
The first hour writes the script. That's a strong claim. Is there real science behind it, or is it just a nice phrase? Because I've heard a lot of nice phrases that turned out to be nothing.
There's real science, but it's simpler than people think. It's about your brain's first state. In the first minutes after waking, your brain is unusually open. It's taking in the world without filters, like a sponge. If you wake up and immediately flood it with stress, emails, news, bad energy, your stress system switches on and stays on. But if you give your brain a calm first hour, it starts from calm. It's like the first note of a song. It sets the key for everything after.
Okay, that makes sense. And I want to hear how you actually do it, because you clearly have this figured out.
I didn't always. 3 years ago, my mornings were a disaster. Exactly like yours, actually. Phone in bed, chaos, feeling behind. I was getting 8 hours of sleep and still waking up tired because the sleep wasn't the problem. The morning was. And then I hit a wall. A moment where I was so exhausted I couldn't keep going. My doctor said 3 words. Fix your mornings.
Just like that? Fix your mornings?
Just like that. So I did. And the change wasn't dramatic. No 5 a.m. cold showers, no sunrise yoga. I just made 3 small changes, and they changed everything.
Tell me the 3 changes. I'm taking notes.
Change 1. No phone for the first hour. The phone stays in another room overnight. I bought a real alarm clock, which felt very old-fashioned, but it works. So when I wake up, the first thing I see is daylight, not notifications. My brain gets to wake up before the world gets to shout at it. And that one change, just that one, took away most of the morning chaos.
No phone for an hour? That's the hardest thing I've ever heard. What's change 2?
Change 2. Water before caffeine. I drink a glass of water before I even think about coffee. It sounds tiny, almost silly, honestly, but it's a signal. It tells my body, we're awake, we're taking care of you. It's the first win of the day, and you'd be surprised how much a small first win matters before you've even had breakfast.
And change 3?
Change 3. 10 minutes of movement. Not a workout, just stretching or a walk or dancing in the kitchen. 10 minutes of moving my body before the day starts telling me what to do. It doesn't have to be impressive. It just has to be movement. And you know what? The 3 changes took about 20 minutes total, and they gave me back my mornings. 20 minutes for the whole day. That's the best trade I've ever made.
3 small changes, 20 minutes, and your whole morning changed. That's a better deal than any self-help course I've ever seen.
It does, and I agree with you. The extreme version is not for everyone. Not everyone is a morning person. Some people genuinely function better at night, and that's biology, not laziness. Forcing yourself to be a 5 a.m. person when your brain wants to work at midnight, that's not winning your morning. That's fighting yourself, and you'll lose that fight every single time.
Okay, I want to push back a little here, because win the morning culture is everywhere, and a lot of it is nonsense. People wake up at 4 a.m., take cold showers, run 10 kilometers before breakfast, and honestly, that just sounds like a second job.
So what's the honest version? What does winning the morning mean for a night owl?
I think it means the same thing for everyone. Starting the day on your terms, not on the world's terms. It doesn't have to be early. It has to be intentional. Done on purpose with intention. Even a night owl can have a calm, deliberate start to their day at 10 a.m. The point isn't the clock, it's who's running the show.
Who's running the show? I like that. So let's dig deeper. Why is the phone the enemy? You said it yourself. No phone for the first hour. Why is it so damaging?
Because the phone hands your morning to other people. Before you've even had water, you're reading about a crisis on the other side of the world. Before you've had breakfast, you're comparing yourself to someone's highlight reel. Before you've had a single thought of your own, you're thinking someone else's thoughts. The phone is a doorway, and every morning you're letting the whole world walk through it before you've even opened your eyes properly.
The phone is a doorway, and you're letting the world walk through it. That's a vivid way to put it. So what do you do instead, in that first hour, if not the phone?
I have a tiny routine, and I'm not going to pretend it's exciting. Water. Stretch. Write down 3 things I'm grateful for. Read a few pages of a real book, and then, only then, I look at the world. By the time the world gets me, I've already had my own hour.
And what does that actually change? Give me a concrete example.
The concrete example is meetings. I used to walk into the 9 a.m. meeting already stressed. I'd been on my phone since 7 a.m., I'd seen 3 stressful things, and I was carrying all of them. Now I walk in calm. Same meeting, same people, but I'm not arriving already behind. And that's the whole difference, honestly.
Okay, here's my honest pushback. Mornings are hard. Some of us have kids or night jobs or a brain that genuinely doesn't work before noon. Just wake up earlier is easy advice to give and impossible advice to follow for a lot of people.
You're right, and that's why I want to be careful here. Winning the morning isn't about the time on the clock. It's about the first hour being yours, whatever time it happens. If your day starts at noon, then your noon is your morning. The principle is the same. Start on your terms.
So it's not about being an early bird. It's about being the author of your first hour.
Exactly. The author of your first hour. And I think that's the realistic insight of this whole episode. Winning the morning isn't a race to 5 a.m. It's a quiet claim. This hour is mine, and I decide what goes in it. And once you've claimed it, the rest of the day follows.
This hour is mine. I like that. It sounds less like a punishment and more like a gift. Okay, I'm starting to be convinced. So for someone listening who wants to try this, where do they start? Because I know no phone for an hour sounds impossible.
Start smaller than that. Even 10 phone-free minutes is a win. Or
no phone until after coffee, or no phone until I've had water. Tiny rules are the ones you actually keep.
And pick one change, not 3. My mistake at the start was trying to fix everything at once. I lasted 4 days. When I picked just the water, one tiny change, it stuck. And then the next one was easier.
One change at a time. That's the secret nobody tells you. The morning is a system, and you change systems one part at a time, not all at once. Nobody overhauls their whole life in a weekend and keeps it. You change one thing, you keep it for a week, and then you add the next.
And there's something else worth saying. The night before matters too. You can't win a morning with a chaotic night. The phone that stays in the other room overnight, that starts the night before. So does going to bed at a reasonable time.
The morning is won the night before. That's a saying I've heard, and it's true. If I go to bed late and scroll until midnight, no routine in the world can save my morning. The alarm might go off, but I'll hit snooze like a zombie.
So the honest equation is, a good night plus a calm first hour equals a morning you own. Take away either part and it falls apart. The perfect routine can't survive a 2 a.m. phone session, and a perfect night can't survive a chaotic morning. They're partners.
That's the whole system in one sentence, and it's comforting, honestly, because it means I don't have to be perfect. I just have to do the night part and the first hour part. Everything else takes care of itself.
Okay, and I think we're ready for the words. You know what time it is. Time for a word tour. For anyone new, this is where we slow down and take a proper look at the best words and phrases from today's conversation.
And today's crop is perfect for this topic. First word, get up. It means to leave your bed and stand up. Example, I get up at 7 every morning.
And my example, he gets up early even on weekends. Notice, get up is one of the most common phrasal verbs in English, and it's the first word of every morning. You'll use it every single day.
Second word, wake up. It means to stop sleeping. Example, I wake up before my alarm most days.
And mine, she wakes up slowly. She needs 20 minutes before she can talk. And here's a useful difference. Wake up is about the body waking. Get up is about leaving the bed. 2 different moments, 2 different words.
Third word, set the tone. It means to create the general feeling or mood of something. Example, her calm voice set the tone for the whole meeting.
And mine, a good breakfast sets the tone for the whole day. It's a lovely phrase. You can set the tone for a meeting, a day, a holiday, a conversation. And you can set a good tone or a bad tone. It works both ways. Very useful.
Fourth word, start the day. It means to begin your morning routine, to begin your day's activities. Example, I like to start the day with a walk.
And mine, she starts the day with 15 minutes of quiet before anyone else is awake. Start the day is the natural phrase for everything we've been talking about, and it's everywhere.
And the last one, have a routine. It means to have a regular way of doing things. Example, I have a simple morning routine. Shower, coffee, news.
And mine, he has a strict routine and he doesn't like it when it changes. 5 words. Get up, wake up, set the tone, start the day, have a routine. Now, my favorite part. Say it better.
For anyone new, we take a basic sentence, admit it's perfectly fine, and then upgrade it into more natural English.
Sentence 1, the basic version. I leave my bed at 7 o'clock. That's fine. It's clear and correct.
But say it better. I get up at 7.
See the upgrade? Get up from our word tour is the natural, everyday way to say it. Short, simple, and exactly what native speakers say.
Next, basic. I stop sleeping at 6:30. Totally fine. But say it better. I wake up at 6:30.
Wake up, word to word, is the natural phrasal verb for stopping sleep. Stop sleeping sounds like a robot. Wake up sounds like a person. And it's one of the first phrases you ever learn in English.
Next, basic. My morning decides how I feel all day. Clear and correct. But say it better. My morning sets the tone for the whole day.
Set the tone, word to our word, is the vivid, natural way to say it. It's more visual than decides how I feel, and it's a phrase native speakers use all the time.
Next, basic. I begin my day with coffee. Perfectly good. But say it better. I start the day with coffee.
Start the day, word to word, is the classic natural phrase. Begin my day sounds a little formal. Start the day sounds like how people actually talk.
And the last one, basic. I do the same things every morning. Nothing wrong with it, but say it better. I have a morning routine.
Have a routine, word to word, is the natural way to describe it. Do the same things is a description. Have a routine is a fact about your life, and it sounds like you're in control. 5 upgrades, 5 word tour words. That's the system.
And now, back to the quiz from the start of the show. The real version of your morning. Jake, let's hear it again, now that we've had this whole conversation.
Okay, here's the new version, the one I'm going to try. Alarm at 7, get up, first try, no snooze, water, stretch, 10 minutes without the phone. And you know what? I didn't even notice I was describing your 3 changes. They don't sound impossible anymore. They sound like a plan. And a plan I can do. I've been missing a plan, not a personality change.
That's the moment, isn't it? When the advice stops being advice and becomes a plan.
Exactly. And that's the phrase I'm taking with me today. This hour is mine. I've been handing my first hour to my phone for years, to other people's news, other people's lives. Tomorrow morning, for the first time in a long time, I'm taking the hour back.
And the phrase I'm taking, the changes stop being changes and become the routine. That's the whole goal. Not a perfect morning, but a morning that doesn't need thinking about.
A morning that doesn't need thinking about. That's the dream. And it starts tonight with the phone in the other room.
And for everyone listening who's got a chaotic morning, the snooze button, the phone, the feeling of being behind before breakfast, this one's for you. You don't need a 4 a.m. start. You need 1 hour. Your hour. Start with 10 minutes if you must, but start.
And if this episode felt useful, or if you laughed at my snooze button confession, consider subscribing to the podcast. It's free, it helps us keep making these conversations, and honestly, your comments make our week.
We really do read them. So tell us, what does your morning look like? And what's the one change you'd love to make? We'd love to hear from you.
And one small challenge before we go. Tonight, before you sleep, put your phone somewhere that isn't your bed. Just for tomorrow. See what your morning feels like when the world doesn't get to you first.
And with that, take care, keep learning, keep speaking. And remember, you can't win the morning by fighting it. You win it by owning it. The first hour is yours. Take it back.
The first hour is yours, take it back. That's the last line of the episode because nothing can follow it. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. And may your mornings be calm, your coffee be hot, and your phone stay in the other room. See you next time.
See you next time, everyone. And tomorrow morning, before you reach for the phone, reach for the water first. Small change, big difference. Take care.
Actually, before we go, one more thing. You know how we started today with win the morning? I want to leave everyone with the honest version. You don't have to be a sunrise person. You just have to own your first hour.
Own your first hour. That's the whole episode in 4 words. And it's much kinder than wake up at 4 a.m. and run a marathon.
And the best part? The tools are small. Water. Stretch. 10 minutes of quiet. One change at a time. You don't need a big dramatic transformation. You need one tiny win. Repeated.
One tiny win repeated. I'm writing that on a sticky note and putting it on my alarm clock. If I ever manage to wake up before hitting snooze, it'll be the first thing I read.
There you go. And to every listener, don't aim for the perfect morning. Aim for one better morning than yesterday. That's it. That's the whole system.
One better morning than yesterday. That's a goal I can actually keep. Thank you for this, Emma. I think you've genuinely changed my mornings.
That's the nicest thing you've said all episode. And the funny thing is, we've been doing it all along. This podcast is our morning routine. We show up, we talk, we set the tone. And you, listening, you're part of it. You're showing up for your own first hour right now.
That's a lovely way to think about it. We're all just building small routines together. One episode, one morning, one tiny win at a time.
And with that, we're done. Take care, Keep learning, keep speaking, and win tomorrow morning on your own terms.
Win tomorrow morning on your own terms. I'll try. Goodbye, everyone, and don't forget, the water comes before the phone.
And one last promise for me. Tomorrow, my phone stays in the kitchen. No more starting my day with other people's noise. See you next time, everyone.
See you next time, and may your alarm be gentle, your coffee be strong, and your first hour be yours.